Oh, okay. I guess she's ready. I'm ready to salsa with Irene today.
Yeah, no, I just get to watch. What's up with that?
That's
Sponsor us, Diet Pepsi. Sponsor us.
Oh, yeah, please sponsor us. I would take money from you guys. Absolutely.
Diet Pepsi, please jump on it before somebody else does.
How's everybody doing? This is Mayhem's Amigos. I am TJ. That is Adam. The lovely Irene is back gracing us with her presence. And Chris cried, and Chris was crying that we're not doing the show. We're not doing the show. And then we're here. Where's he at?
Look who's not here.
Right.
Come on, Chris.
Just kidding.
I mean, what do you do? All right, so the first thing...
get some help around here.
I know, right? We need reliable help.
That might...
Okay, first question I've got to ask tonight. Irene, how many days?
Oh my God, I have to look. Hold on, give me a second.
You know, it's
Here
a while
comes the
since
calculator.
he has to look it
It's
up.
200 something, I think.
Hey! That's
It's 200
great.
something.
Yeah, that's like
That's
2/3 of a year.
That's almost a year.
Yeah. In February 6th, it'll be a year. So...
Awesome.
I don't know where I put my phone. That's why I have no idea.
A week before Valentine's.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, or my birthday,
Oh, that's right. It is your birthday.
February 13th.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, that's okay. Aren't you
As long as your
Scorpio?
husband don't forget, right?
I don't think he could. I don't let people forget.
Now, if he forgets your birthday, he's in trouble.
No.
Yeah.
He'll have to be in. Well, do you guys have a doghouse around back?
We have a shed that counts. It's big. It's a little bit
Okay.
bigger than a doghouse.
So,
But,
so if he forgets your birthday, then he's got to go sleep in the shed for a while.
He'll probably enjoy it as long as he gets to take like his PlayStation or Xbox.
No.
You put him in the shed instead of the doghouse.
Well, that's what we were just talking about.
I'd rather hang out in the shed than the doghouse.
I'll put his beer out there with the mini fridge.
At least, you know,
I'll
my
make it like the
tools
most
and
luxurious doghouse it's ever been.
Right.
you know, you keep your tools and small projects in your shed, so it's the perfect
I
place
keep
to
all
go
my
to
tools
escape
out
the
there.
wife.
All 69 of them.
Well, see, my ex-wife, her thing was if I got in trouble, I had to go out back and sleep on the chaise lounge. I wasn't even allowed cover. I had to go sleep in the weather, you know?
Shoo shoo. Let's see.
And then after I behaved for about a week or two, then she'd let me come back in and sleep on the couch.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky.
If I was, yeah. If
Yeah.
things worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, crazy last couple of days on the Texas side of things.
Oh yeah, what's happened?
Well, as I said on Thursday night, which Adam was here, and to bring you guys up to speed, my grandpa's not doing too hot. And
Right.
I'm not trying to go into a whole lot of details about it. That's more internal family stuff to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as we go, we're kind of bracing ourselves for this is it.
Right.
I had a cousin and his wife that arrived Friday morning. How's it going, Mike? And they are actually leaving now and heading back to Illinois.
Oh, they're going to Illinois.
Yeah. And then I had an uncle and an aunt. I was asleep. And then I get my phone rings. I'm like, it's my cousin. He goes, hey, mom and dad are almost here. We need your help out here. all right, let me get up and get dressed. I'm on the way out. So I get woke up at like 11:30 last night.
Yeah.
Get out here. We hook up their camper and they're here. I go back. I lay back down. I'm like, all right. I sleep, get up about. I wake up to barking dogs
No, not the
at
dogs.
7:30 in the morning. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't have
so I
fucking
make
dogs.
I make coffee and I drink my coffee. And then I go over to the shop where my uncle and I rebuilt the entire front end on the Tahoe today.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Of course, we get done, and I've got one tire leaning out like this, and one that's cocked over here like that, and like
I believe they call that stancing.
like that needs
Well, like
alignment.
yeah, like in baseball, like you stance, your stance.
Yeah.
Oh, they got them stance vehicles with the wheels kicked out because they fucking put their tie rods out all the way, and it fucking,
But it's
fucking
kicked
retarded.
in. The
I've seen
bottoms
them
are,
like
yeah.
big ones on, like boxing it or something. Like
So my uncle looks at me and goes, "Whoa, I can't drive it very far like that." I'm like, "Good thing it needs alignment, huh?" No.
You think?
Yeah, badly.
Oh, he could probably drive it a little bit further than he thinks.
Well, all it's got to really do is make it next door and then into the shop next door so it can get aligned and everything. I'm like, just take it there, get it aligned.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put the pitman and the idler arms in the morning. He's going to put them on and then get a hold of them and go, this thing needs alignment, bud.
Yeah, well, you at least had it good, dude. I had to get up on the roof during the middle of a fucking tropical storm.
Oh yeah.
What, really?
The kid did go up that way, didn't it?
Well, I was going to ask, if
It rained here for 4 days straight.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
good.
here.
you
On
didn't get
day
that much rain?
3, on day 3, some idiot had to go and clean the gutters and found a leak. We got a leak.
Good for you.
Well, actually,
That was
the neighbor has a leak. I don't have a leak. The neighbor has a leak.
Oh well, that sucks for them.
Which you know what that means to me.
Time
Not
to
a damn
pretend
thing.
you know.
It means
Time to pretend you're not home.
it means I got another project that's gonna let me live rent free.
Oh well, yeah. If it's gonna let you live rent free, yeah.
Well, because lately, shut the fuck up, dog.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
And you look
These-
at him as he gets out his shillelagh.
You heard the dog.
Dude, these dogs, they're fucking, I don't know, barking lately gives me a headache. And they do it constantly.
They kind of
I
like
know
women.
the last couple of weeks I've actually been under the house crawling,
In your skin.
setting up cinder blocks and 2x10s.
Oh, that.
Oh, so you can brace your floor back up.
Yeah, I've showed you the pictures, right?
Yeah, where the corner caved out. That was bad.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm after being under this house so much and seeing everything underneath it, I'm kind of scared to live here.
Well,
How many homeless people did you find?
I didn't find any of those.
Not
did you
yet.
find any meth
But
heads?
the landlord did ask if the neighbor's roof is leaking due to me jacking up my side of the house. So I had to go up in the neighbor's crawl space and look and inspect, and they actually have a hole in the sheeting, and it nothing to do with what I'm doing over here.
Mm-hmm.
It almost sounds like a Linkin Park rewrite. Crawling under the house. I've got
Hey.
dirt on my knees.
There's only one good thing about crawling under the house.
Hmm.
I'm not on my foot.
True. How's that doing?
It still hurts like a bitch. I'm probably going to walk with a cane permanently, and I'll never be able to actually go for a run again.
Mm.
That's why you
It
have a
really
motorcycle.
sucks because I actually woke up this morning and wanted to go for a run.
Sorry. It's like that song. A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's like
Fun
wanting
fact.
to run, but you gotta
Fun
fucking
fact.
cane.
She wrote that one song. What song did Alanis Morissette write about Dave Coulier? What song did Alanis Morissette write about Dave Coulier?
Bare Naked Balls?
You ought to know.
You ought to know. Do you know that what other song was about Dave Coulier at about the same time?
Bare Naked Balls? Oh, wait. No, that would have been
You
Bob
ever hear
Saget.
of a song by a band called TLC called No Scrubs?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That song
I
was
don't
about
want
Dave
this
Coulier.
Seriously?
Yup. Apparently, he was riding around, hanging out of his buddy's car window, just hollering at people. And TLC, he went past them and hollered at them. And then they wrote that No Scrubs about him.
Yeah. That's funny.
I found that out and I thought, dude's a lot more popular than we give him credit for.
Dave should just cut that out.
Right.
Wow, I didn't know we were going that far or that quick into the bad jokes.
We're always in the bad jokes. Am I here? It's time for bad jokes.
That's really, yeah. We're usually pretty good about getting bad jokes out.
I don't care what anyone says. Dave Coulier was awesome.
I'm gonna have to look this person up right now.
Steve has a question for Chris. He says, have you ever heard of
one
Zombie
second, it sounds
Monster?
familiar. I actually have to take this real quick. Hold on. Becky.
Well, here, I'm going to mute your microphone while you take that.
I think Steve actually asked Chris this before.
I think he did too. I think Steve's been smoking so much weed, he's forgot what he's asked. I really do. Zombie Mutant Monster.
I believe at that particular time, the first time, Chris hadn't, but he said he would listen to them. So I don't know if he has.
Yeah. I think he did. Yeah, you're right. I think you are right. Yeah. Oh. You guys are going to have to bear with me. My brain is scrambled right now because of how much I've had to do today. And knowing I've got to go to work tonight. Well, knowing I got to go to work tonight and hop in the truck and get ready to rumble there. And
sorry, ignore that.
I'm enjoying the new job, though.
Yeah.
Now, he asked about the Falling in Reverse song, Ronald.
No, I know you asked about that too.
How do I not know that Steve listens to Falling in Reverse? Isn't that like a emo band? Falling in Reverse.
It's kind of,
I think
because
so.
of Ronnie Radke, it's kind of an evolving band, just depending on what genre Ronnie wants to do or who he's teaming up with.
So he's versatile.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's just been so much going on here the last few weeks, and it's getting worse.
Sorry about that. I meant to hit the mute button myself.
Yeah, well, I took care of it.
He hit the mute button. I want to hit the mute button.
Oh, he's cutting off his camera now too. Like, I've got to go
he's
back.
gonna beat me
My
now.
wife just brought me my phone back, and she's in her nightgown, and that's for my eyes only.
Oh,
I saw her walk in the background. I figured that's why you turned off the camera.
I shouldn't show you
You should
my
probably
green.
mute
You
the
can't see it's green.
mic too. If you're gonna...
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it is green.
Her zombie mutant monster. Dude, I've heard so many things. Zombie, mutilated by zombies, zombie party rockers, white zombie, Rob zombie.
Zombie
so
party rockers
zombies.
in the house.
I probably have.
Goodbye.
I can't say for sure or not. And what about Falling in Reverse?
The Falling in Reverse song's Ronald. He asked about that, and
I probably have. I lost I lost my fandom for Falling in Reverse about 2-3 months ago when they had to cancel a bunch of shows because they lost their laptop.
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. Yeah.
Does that mean all their music is basically like
Artificial.
pre-recorded? Like,
Yeah.
And me and my wife, we were actually having a whole conversation about that earlier.
yeah.
And I told her we should make a show about this because I'm sorry. In my opinion, I've sat down at a computer and put beats on a track and made a song like that. And to me, it's not the same as physically holding a guitar or physically holding drumsticks, and just sitting there making the music and playing the notes, doing it by hand. That to me is music from the heart.
Yeah,
no,
the difference is like on a board with a computer, you're more of a producer.
Yeah.
If you're holding an instrument or you're singing with instrumental,
then you're a musician.
Then you're a musician.
Yes, thank you.
So what about
you're putting it, Adam?
Like if you're singing with a computer, then you're more singing karaoke, kinda.
So what about the people that are experts at playing the skin flute?
Oh, those are called porn stars.
Oh.
But they have to be professional at it. They have to get paid to do it.
They have to get paid to do it. Yes. Porn stars, prostitutes, as long as they're getting paid to do it, they're considered professional.
So that would be professional skin flute players.
Yep.
I'm professional.
And I think they've also mastered the rusty trombone too.
I don't think anybody on here has ever mastered that.
No, that's not
nobody
true,
on here.
I
But
used
when you're
to play the
talking about
trombone in middle school, I knew all the positions. So,
but when you're talking about professional people who play weird, obscure instruments,
like the tuning fork.
How about the didgeridoo?
I play a mean fucking cowbell.
A rain stick.
I've seen some really crazy triangle solos during like a whole concert.
Say, I still play trombone. That's the funny part.
Oh, do you know?
Like seriously, still play the horn. Yes.
Oh.
Not as serious as I once was. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a point in time where I was playing with 2 different ska bands, a couple of jazz bands. I mean, I was very into it. I don't play as much as I used to, but I'll still pick it up and play once in a while.
Yeah. Just a little slide here and there.
Yeah, well, and then if it wasn't the trombone, it was my drums, and I was playing drums with like 4 different bands too. I was always busy.
Yeah.
So like Irene was being very serious about playing trombone in middle school. We've had this conversation before, and I'm like, yeah, no, I actually still have mine. It's a Constellation. I still play
How
it.
much is that violin or viola?
Violin,
right? Don't call me black.
That don't sound like no fiddle.
It's a little bit out of tune.
Slightly.
It's a violin. This thing is older than all of us put together.
Mm.
Well, since I feel like I'm older than dirt right now, that's pretty old.
Yeah, I'm like about right there with you.
Actually, maybe not. I'm starting to realize how old I am.
Yes, Steve. Either one. Yeah.
This is older than me and TJ put together.
All right.
That's crazy.
Say that's definitely into its 90s then.
Yeah.
117 years old.
So it'd be you, me, and Irene put together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 37.
She's the one that's going to keep us on our toes.
I think Irene is the youngest out of all of us, though.
I believe so.
Wait, how old are you?
Me? 43.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
My bad.
I'm so disappointed. Jesus Christ.
I thought maybe you were like, I don't know. For
Irene's
some
sitting
reason-
there like, oh, you're too young. You're too old to deflower now.
Right. Pop your cherry. Oh, oops. I just
Might be able to
realized-
deflower his brown eye,
Hold
though.
on. Let me delete this actually. I shared this on a place that I probably shouldn't share it.
Uh-oh.
What?
Because it's like supposed to be child friendly.
Oh, God, and
No.
here I said that.
No.
I wish I did that. Said something.
I just like deleted it and I'm gonna put like just ignore that. Hi Corey.
Hey,
So
how's it
yeah,
going?
that violin that's 117 years old. That was my grandfather's.
Oh, okay.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
I had to
it-
learn how to play it perfectly.
I think we're gonna do the show, and then I'm gonna try to kick back and relax a little bit before I have to go to this place called work.
Don't go to work. Work is for losers.
Well, I can't exactly call in. I've only got 4 days to work this week,
Oh.
so I need to work all week. Because last week's paycheck, it was 5 days running the early shift, which Adam will back this up. That beat the snot out of me. Like Thursday, I'm rambling, trying to keep myself going when we did
Yeah.
Amigos After Dark. I hope he does, Corey. That'd be cool. Dee 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 dee. Back to the Future 3 and that ZZ Top bit.
Which one was the one they did? I don't even remember.
ZZ Top was in the Back to the Future that was in the Old West.
Mm-hmm.
And when they had the town gathering, they had that song they were playing. Christian
Yep.
learned that song.
Yes, they were the band. That might actually be easy to learn.
I learned to do you'll be so proud of me, Chris. I learned a ukulele, but only 4 chords.
That's all you need.
So I played what song was it they had us play? I
Tiptoe
forget.
Through the Tulips
Something like that.
by
Might as
Tiny Tim.
well. Something like that. Oh, no. Yeah. I don't know.
Corey says he wants to learn how to pick the banjo.
You wanna fuck what?
Come to Kentucky, dude. We got banjo players, string players, ukulele players. They play. Fuck.
Yeah, when you're floating down the river,
Was that
that's when you
true?
know you hit a bad area. So if you
Right.
hear the band from the distance.
Ding, 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 ding.
What?
Squeal like a pig, boy.
I think there was just 4 strings. I want to say there was just 4
On the ukulele or the banjo?
ukulele. I want to say there was only 4 strings because
Yeah,
there was like 4 of the tuning picks or whatever.
right.
I want to say there was just 4, and there's 6 on the guitar, like an acoustic guitar, right?
There's 6 on a guitar, yes.
And then there's 4 on a bass guitar.
4
Yes.
or 5. Some of
4
them
or
do have
5, depending on what you're playing.
Yeah.
5. Corey
Bluegrass
says he grew up in the heart of bluegrass country, so he's
Kentucky,
ready.
baby. He doing the Kentucky Derby over there.
So, all right. So, obviously, we had some weather hit, tropical storms. A couple of them are developing into hurricanes. We're still seeing more that are coming up from the Caribbean. So, the track this last one took, as I understand it, it hit Florida, did not take the crazy people away from Florida.
Damn it. I was hoping natural
came
selection.
straight up
But those
and headed
Floridians
my
are like
way.
cockroaches. They're resilient. They just keep showing up, paddling down. Like, oh, sorry. I lived in Florida for a long time.
So, did it trek up through Georgia and get you, Irene? I mean,
Yeah, it went over us, but it missed us because we live like right in between like a ridge line and Lookout Mountain. And so anytime it hits us, if it hits a certain way, it will split and kind of miss us, or it might go to one side or the other.
okay.
Because we're like in between. So
And
Yeah, I can
Corey's
think of
right.
the
And Corey's right. Appalachia got hit hard, and then it tracked up. And Chris, you got some of it, right?
Yep.
Well, even Central Illinois got a few of the tails of it. We got some rain, but nowhere near what Chris got.
No, it rained for 4 days straight here.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you that what we got in Central Texas was nothing.
We got a lot of rain, but not much more. A little bit of wind, but not too much. Not like we thought we were supposed to get.
Yeah,
They kept telling us, oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, but
we got more sun, more heat, no rain. My lawn is now brown.
That's what happened. Welcome to fall.
It is. No, I mean, it is burned TF out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Steve pooping on my lawn would help my lawn turn green again. It is burned out.
No, it would just instantaneously catch on fire.
It might.
And like everything else in like Steve's like his garage.
You know what? As much as everybody gives Steve crap, I've got to give him a little credit though for all the crap that he's done, and he has never been in prison.
I know. He's holding
Although I think he's been flirting with that time frame. You know, the
right.
Maybe
right.
staying a little too close to, you know, that little edge where he could still be prosecuted.
Yeah. Corey said that he's got a friend in Evans, Georgia, which is down by Augusta. They got 13 inches of rain. That sounds like us rain.
Like Julie and I were looking at like Tennessee and Kentucky and some of the dams breaking and some of the
old
Greenville,
waterfalls.
Kentucky.
Yeah, one of the old waterfalls that Julie went to visit when she was going to Johnson University. It wasn't gentle anymore.
I've been on waterfalls over there in Johnson.
Wow.
And I'm actually leaving for Florida on Thursday.
I said, say hi.
My uncle is actually on his way down to his timeshare in Florida within the next week.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's going down to St. Pat's.
Okay, I'm going to Orlando.
Oh, Disney area?
Yep.
Chris will come back with another set of Mickey Mouse ears that says smoke pot.
Bring me some Minnie Mouse ones that match this.
No, they don't have those ones at Disney.
They won't make them for you?
No.
I don't think Disney likes the devil's lettuce.
They won't do it for me.
Last time I went to Disney, they didn't let me bring any marijuana in.
Can
you believe it?
Yeah, you got to buy it on site now.
I had to sneak the hooch in.
See, if I was going to go to Disney, though, I'd want to go to Epcot.
I love Epcot. It's probably my favorite park.
I would want to go there because I would go. There are certain places that I'd be able to go in Epcot where I actually visited them in real life, like, you know, Germany and Italy and a lot of stuff around Europe. And I'd want to go back just for like the food and the beer and stuff like that.
Like the nostalgia, just about.
Yeah, kind of. But that's the beauty part of it. Well, that's the beauty part of this part of Central Texas is most of the people that live here are of German immigration, German descent. So I could go to a number of different places and actually get authentic German food.
Yeah.
And some of
I like German food.
You don't?
I know I said too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and
schnitzel and all the sausages. Like as far as that goes, but there's like potatoes and like all the things I love. Except for
I got a good Wiener Schnitzel right now. Sounds great.
Put the schnitzel in my witzel.
Which, I mean, most people think when you hear Wiener Schnitzel, most people are like, oh, Wiener? No, dude, it's veal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I mean, God, I love it, you know? And that's That's where I would love to go. I would love to go to, in all honesty, I'd love to go to Epcot.
You should go.
The
Epcot is so much fun too. They have like all kinds of activities, like events and calendar things. So make sure to
Yeah.
check like the events you might want to visit. If you're gonna go, make sure to make it worth it. Like get the best bang for your buck.
Well, and I mean, the big thing around here for everybody now is SeaWorld. And I remember going to SeaWorld when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking, I went to
Is it in
SeaWorld.
San Antonio or?
Yeah, the one in San Antonio.
Okay.
And I went there, God, in 1988. It was still relatively new. None of the rides. It wasn't anything like it is now.
Yeah.
And today, oh God, oh gee, Corey, wow, way to make that sensitive. Corey says, Irene, we know you love a big worst.
Yeah. Hey, at least they know me.
Hey, it's a, you know what? You can't knock it if you like the sauce.
It's better than like
see.
people pretending to know me and not really knowing me.
Right.
Even though I'm very honest, because that just means you're not listening and you don't give a fuck, you don't care. Like, and then you can just get on by and I don't care because you didn't listen in the first place. So.
Well, you're very open about everything. I mean, all we got to do is ask, and you're going to tell us the truth. And that's one of the things I love about Irene is she has already realized, even at her young age, it is a lot more fun to tell the truth and watch people's reaction than it is to lie to them and let them hold their beliefs.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like people get so mad. You get so angry about things that I do. Like, what does it matter? Like, it's not your husband.
Right? Exactly.
Yep.
What does it matter? I'm not out there trying to sleep with anybody's husband.
Oh, this guy is crazy.
saying.
I just had someone send me this news story. So I'm looking at it on NBC News, okay? William Robert Braddock III of St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, that's where my family lived. Part of them.
A
little bit north.
Is currently being charged with threatening his two political opponents in 2021, threatening to kill them.
Mm-hmm. Because, Florida.
One of whom was the Department of Justice said was his primary opponent in the 2022 election for Florida's 13th congressional district. Nope. There we go. More green.
Did you?
Oh, it's my favorite color. These are the Christmas ones.
Did you read what this guy threatened? Like what he said to threaten these people?
Oh, yeah. Allegedly, Braddock threatened to call up his Russian-Ukrainian hit squad and make the primary opponent disappear, according to the indictment. Like, what the?
Mine are Jack Skellington.
I see that.
And they
Very
light up.
nice. Very nice. I see that. Mine shine.
Now,
Right?
Braddock's primary opponent and eventually the winner of the political race, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, Republican of Florida, contended in the 2021 court documents that Braddock was stalking her, wanting her dead. Oh, and I'm going to tell you what, man. Chris, I might forward you this story, but she's cute.
Well, hit me.
Let me forward this.
And you're a politician. Half the world wants you dead.
Right. That's something
Yes,
you
it's
should use to.
true.
Anybody who doesn't understand that politicians are always wanted dead, take a look at Trump the last couple of months. There's everybody taking shots at him.
Yeah.
Braddock told Pinellas County, the Pinellas County judge in 2021, he opposed the injunction. Or wait, no, let me go back here a little bit. Braddock terminated his campaign in 2021 shortly after an injunction was granted by Luna and a conservative activist for a temporary restraining order against Braddock. I mean, this guy's wacko.
Sounds like it.
He is currently charged with one count of interstate transmission of a true threat to injure another person, for which he could face a maximum of 5 years in prison if convicted. Wow. This guy is wacko. And if you look at him, I mean, if you look at him, he looks like a balder, fatter version of Chester Bennington.
I miss Chester Bennington.
Former lead singer of Linkin Park.
Don't get me started on that bullshit.
Dude, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think, what that new
I do not like Emily Anderson.
No, I
don't like her.
Cannot.
I don't even know who she is.
You cannot replace. I put it in the Amigos chat.
She's the girl that they put as the front person for Linkin Park now.
Right. And she doesn't even sound anything like Chester Bennington.
I am still of the opinion that when they brought Emily in, they should have changed the name of the band.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's all. That's all. Just don't get money off of the name of Linkin Park and dishonor Chester like that.
Right. Here's what it is, too. Do you know how they got the name Linkin Park?
No. Did they get a fight in Linkin Park?
I believe so, but refresh me.
You were at
They were
Chicago?
from a specific neighborhood of Chicago.
That's what I was saying, Chicago. Because they have the Linkin Park too.
And they changed the spelling of it to differentiate from the neighborhood. But I'm sorry, if they got anyone to replace Chester Bennington, it should have been someone from that neighborhood.
That would have made sense. I would have appreciated that, like respect that a little bit more.
Well, I mean, okay, let's look back at a little bit of history here. After Kurt Cobain was murdered, and I don't care what anybody says, he was murdered.
That's the argument I had with my wife earlier. Nirvana died with Kurt Cobain. The Doors died with Jim Morrison.
Yes.
Like the Doors a lot.
Well, that's why Nirvana turned into Foo Fighters.
David Grohl carried over.
Nirvana didn't turn into Foo Fighters.
Well,
Foo Fighters was actually a David Grohl project. And the first Foo Fighters album, everything you hear on that is 100% David Grohl.
Yes.
Oh.
And then once they put the record out and they said, now you need to tour with it. Oh, shit. Now I need to find a band. And that's when he came up with the rest of them.
But Foo Fighters was David Grohl after Nirvana.
Yes. And Christ Novoselic, he don't do much, but he still produces music and has his own studio up in Washington.
But you get what I'm saying. Nirvana was done after Kurt Cobain died. The Doors, done after Jim Morrison died. Motorhead, done after Lemmy died.
Well, because there's no one else to go on. He was the only surviving original member.
Right. Now, okay, now has AC/DC moved pieces in and out? Yes, they have. Has it worked? It's worked for them.
It's worked for them. And there is certain songs that Brian Johnson refuses to perform because they're not his songs.
Right.
You'll never hear him do It's a Long Way to the Top because it's not his song and he refuses to sing it.
Right. I mean, there's certain things that were real. Now there are a couple that he will do that were not his songs, but for the most part, he stays away from the stuff that wasn't his.
Well, and then it's like I told my wife, it's best. The best way they ever did it was Jefferson Airplane became Airplane. And then original members came back and they went back to Jefferson Airplane. And then original members left again. So they went to Jefferson Starship. And then they changed lineup again and became Starship. If you're going to keep a band going, do adjustments to the name like that. That was awesome.
Okay, here's another band that went through a lot of metamorphoses. And then it came out with the mix that worked for them. And that was Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, they went through a lot of lineup changes. Heart
did too.
Ann and Nancy Wilson were not original members of the band, but they're the ones that give credit for making that band what it became.
Well, I mean, you take a look at Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks and
Lindsey
Buckingham and
John McVie,
John and
Mick
Christy
Fleetwood,
McVie and Mick Fleetwood. Christy McVie. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what her maiden name is because her and John McVie are now divorced.
And that's another funny conversation me and my wife had. Ask me who plays on the Bears. I don't fucking know. Ask me who plays in Fleetwood Mac. Give you all the members.
Right. Of course, now they've booted Lindsey Buckingham. He is not allowed to tour with Fleetwood Mac anymore.
But he still does his own tours, and the Fleetwood Mac songs that he wrote, he performs. And I always laugh at people because I've said this once this week. I'll say it again. All you people who think Stevie Nicks wrote a song about Lindsey Buckingham and then made him play it on the album, blah, blah, blah. You guys, you're not very bright. Lindsey Buckingham actually wrote that song and made Stevie sing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but Stevie was snorting more coke than Steve smokes pot.
Oh, she done said, fuck yeah, she done said she kept fucking 1/4 ounce of coke in her boot.
No
She
shit.
fucking blew a hole through her fucking septum and then kept going.
Say she kept a vial of it on a necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool attention style.
What? Unlike Bobby Brown, she never dropped her drugs on stage mid-show.
That's true. That is
Somebody
true.
never
Bobby
drops
Brown,
their
you
drugs
can look
on
it up.
stage.
It's on YouTube. Bobby Brown actually dropped his coke on stage and then in a dance move swooped down and picked it up, trying to make it look all slick. But we saw it.
We knew what it was.
Dropped a stash.
We knew what it was there, Mr. Rooney. All right. So I have to comment. I have to say, it's been sitting here floating around in my brain. I have to say it. Irene, you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I don't even have makeup on. I just
No, you look, we've been kind of riding this journey with you since you quit drinking and everything. And my God, we're watching you slim up. We're watching you look like you're feeling better. You're more active. I mean, you just look fantastic.
Oh, we love you, Roy. But by now, people should know we're on Sunday evenings.
Yeah.
Whenever the fuck we feel like it.
Yeah, that too. But no, you look amazing in the last 7 or 8 months. I'm proud of you and happy for you.
Thank you. I have lost like over 30 pounds. I'm not exactly sure how much, but it's been over 30. So, and I keep meaning to do more exercising. It's just I got a lot of blisters on my feet because last weekend I walked 6 miles.
Damn.
But I couldn't feel my feet because I have the neuropathy. So
Right.
all I could feel is that one felt kind of like it was twisted or something. And then I started to feel the blisters, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. But eventually.
Now, how is that coming with the neuropathy? Is that starting to alleviate, or is it getting a little worse, or what's up?
It hasn't gotten any worse because I've stopped drinking, which will help. But I don't think it's 100% better. I'm not wearing the gloves anymore, so there's that. I'm gonna try it without. I've been doing okay. Obviously, I still go like this. Because I'm used to having them on my hands. I'm used to something to fidget with. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I gotta admit that the gloves did have kind of a sexy appeal, you know.
Should have got the lacy ones.
Ooh.
The black lace.
Yeah, like if you did that and then like the long fingernails, like every guy that's paying attention to the show would be waiting for you to gouge their back.
I will just I'll just put like a mask on. And no one can see my face. It'll just be like a block, and no one can see it. And all they see is this, and all the guys will come anyways.
But I mean, just whatever
type shit.
Please, just whatever you do, don't do the hair up like flock of seagulls in the 80s. Like,
and I ran.
You don't like the poofy neck and the cuckoo's nest.
Well, I mean, the cuckoo's nest is all right. What did it flock of seagulls did? What was that? It was
ran
just
so
weird.
far away.
Yeah.
And I ran all night and day. Couldn't get away.
That wasn't a bad song, but the hair was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wasn't it like?
Do you like Flock of Seagulls? No, but I see you do.
You're right. Roy's saying do it up like the B-52s. He wants to see you go to Love Shack.
Like, the Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together.
And did you know that what's her name from the B-52s? She actually owns a restaurant that is themed from that music video.
No shit.
With all that weird, wacky 60s style furniture and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wonder if after the video she was like, "No, I'll just take all the furniture back to my place, and then just use this."
Don't mind me. I'm gonna take this to my little.
Well, when they, everybody like whenever they end a show, everybody always grabs something off of the TV show and they keep it, right?
Right.
Main character from Sons of Anarchy took everything: bike, vest, ring, car. He took everything.
Jack, what was it? Charlie Hunnam took his bike and he took his vest. And Irina, I don't know if you did it on purpose or on accident, but you
Charlie Hunt, he's the one that played Jackson, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he took the bike, he took the cut, he took all of the rings, all of the jewelry, he took everything he could get his hands on from that set.
But he's got the cut actually framed and hanging up in his house. And he said it's up there. He'll never put it on again, but it's up there to remind him of that time in his life.
Fuck yeah.
Now, here's the funny one. This is one I found hilarious. When that 70s show ended, there was multiple different people that took different things. Topher Grace. Eric Foreman.
Green Bay Packer helmet.
No. He took the couch out of the basement. And everybody saved it. They said that is Topher's couch. He pulled in with a truck and hauled that fucker out at the end of that final show.
Did anyone take the Vista Cruiser? Please tell me someone took the Vista Cruiser.
No, the Vista Cruiser. No, because the Vista Cruiser is in that 90s show now. That the Vista Cruiser is now in that 90s show.
The Vista Cruiser is in a museum. It was put into a museum after that 70s show, reused for that 90s show, and then sent back to a museum somewhere in Wisconsin.
It's being used. It was used again in this last season, and I'm waiting to see if they're gonna greenlight season 3 for that 90s show.
The one car from a movie that I've always wanted. Recently, when I say recently, within the last couple of years, sold at auction, and it was the highest selling movie car of all time. At like $400 and something thousand. Somebody bought the 1974 AMC Pacer Mirthmobile.
was about to say, was it the Ferrari from Bueller's from
Mhm.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Oh, the AMC Pacer from fucking Wayne's World.
Yep. The Ferrari from Ferris Bueller's wasn't even a real Ferrari.
No,
What was it? A kit car?
it was a clone.
It was basically a kit car fiberglass body on a Ford Mustang chassis.
Mhm. That's
sad.
good. At least the movie people know better than the people in Miami.
Which after I found that out, I wasn't that sad about them destroying it.
Right.
Well,
I
okay.
like
So in Miami Vice, now I don't know if you guys have ever heard this story or not. Miami Vice is one of my favorite shows. And everybody remembers the white Testarossa.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
in the first 2 seasons, there was a different Ferrari. And that was a 1976 Ferrari Daytona Spider. But the real Spider, the real Daytona, was only used in 1 episode. The rest of them were Corvette kit clones. The real Daytona was only seen in the pilot for 1 scene, and it was not even moving.
I guess that protects it from damage.
Yeah, and that was literally it because the car was so expensive. So they used
the speakers. Yeah,
they used the Corvette kit clone, and Ferrari got pissed. And they're like, "You better get rid of that car." And they said, "No, we need it for the show. The Ferrari revolves around the show revolves a lot around that Ferrari."
Right.
So Ferrari of North America made the deal with the producers of Miami Vice and said, "Look, we'll give you a fleet of brand new Testarossas. Get rid of that car." So that's when they blew up the Daytona. And then an episode later, here comes the Testarossa.
That makes sense.
Well, Ferrari and Lamborghini are both really, really funny like that about their cars.
Yes.
Lamborghini, if you buy one, you're under contract that you're not allowed to resell it unless it's back to Lamborghini.
Right.
And if you do, and there are actually people that are on the Lamborghini blacklist.
Yes, there are.
The fact that this thing exists.
Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is on the Lamborghini blacklist.
Good.
He's also blacklisted from Disney too, so
well, that works for me.
Didn't John
that's why
Cena
I'm all
do
excited to
something
go.
like that with a Ford GT?
What's that?
Didn't John Cena do something like that with a Ford GT? He wasn't supposed to sell it except for to someone who was qualified to buy it, but he sold it to someone else anyway for, I don't know, like $500,000.
That's what I don't understand is if I buy a car and I have title on that car,
it's mine. Do what the fuck I
you.
want.
I'll sell it to whoever the fuck I want to.
Well, also, you are not allowed to build. You are not allowed to build a 68 Mustang GT Cobra 500 and name it Eleanor. You're not allowed to build an Eleanor because there is a woman that actually owns the rights to the Eleanor car. And if you build one, she can legally take it from you. And she's done it to people.
That's pretty fucked up.
That is fucked up.
My daughter's name is Eleanor, so that's funny. My middle child.
But if I was going to build that car, I know a couple of things I could change and go, it ain't that car.
I'll build that car.
The VIN number?
Never call it Eleanor.
Call it Ellie or Eleonora.
No, I'll call it Reigns.
Like, you got to say Lenore, like what's his face, Edgar Allan Poe.
That's my Lenore.
No, just call it Reigns. Wasn't that his name in the movie?
Yep, Memphis Reigns.
Memphis Reigns. That'll be the name of my 68 Shelby GT 500.
Memphis, the bad side of Tennessee.
67. It was a 67.
That's where all the crime is.
Oh, another one. Did you know that Steve McQueen actually?
Well, I've got a friend of mine right now that he moved and he started working. Oh man, I'm really breaking up, huh?
Yeah.
We must have some weather rolling in or something.
TJ, stay off the speed. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was terrible.
Ooh.
Lag. Lag.
Too many alarms.
But
Anyway,
did you know that Steve
Ugh.
McQueen tried to buy the car from Bullitt like 3 different times, and the guy
Really?
wouldn't sell it to him? Yeah, the guy that owned the car, he put it in a garage and let it sit there for the rest of his life. His son inherited it, restored the exterior, and left the interior alone.
Wow.
And I said when I saw that video of that, I'm like, man, if I could spend 5 minutes in that driver's seat, just let me sit in it, fire up the car, rev it up twice, turn it off. You'll have to detail the interior when I get out.
Oh, Jesus. I'll tell you what, a car that I would really, one of the cars I'd really love to get my hands on from the movies would be the 48 Merc from Cobra. That movie was garbage. That car was awesome.
I think if I
Monster
saw the
Mobile.
movie.
You want the
I learned
Monster
an
Mobile?
interesting fact about the Monster Mobile.
Hold on, Cobra.
You know, you never
I
saw
watched it.
Fred Gwynn get in and out of the Monster Mobile.
Right.
Do you know why that is?
No.
He couldn't fit when the seat was in there. When he wasn't in the car, you saw the driver's seat in there. But when he was in the car, they had to remove that seat so he could fit.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I mean, I would go for that 48 Merc. Of course, another car I'd love to have is the only car that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that's Eliminator.
Oh, the ZZ
Eliminator.
Top car.
Mhm.
You got it, man.
Had to make me think for a second, damn it.
Wow. How did you miss that?
Hey, it was a quick second. I thought Eliminator. What fucking movie is that? Oh, wait, ZZ Top.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, trying to throw
Eliminator
me
was
off.
motherfucker.
God, still.
Yeah, the Eliminator was built by one of them. I can't remember who it was, but one of the members of ZZ Top.
Nope.
And it's the only car ever inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I'll tell you what car from a movie or TV show I want. A 1956 Ford Futura Batmobile.
Oh my God.
You're going old.
Oh my God.
The original Ford Futura Adam West Batmobile.
Roy's in there saying Cadzilla.
After I get back from Florida, I'm going to make, in a couple of weeks afterwards, I'm going to make another trip down to Nashville. I'm going to the Storytellers Museum, where the car from One Piece at a Time by Johnny Cash
Oh my
sits
God.
in a museum.
Oh my God. He actually
That's
built
awesome.
that thing.
Somebody else, they did build one for the video for the song, but that one got destroyed. And someone else who was a huge Johnny Cash fan built another one, replica, drove it to Johnny Cash's house in somewhere in fucking Tennessee, just west of Nashville, and gifted it to him. And Johnny loved it, and them two became friends for the rest of their lives. And the car's now at the Storytellers Museum in Aqua Bend, Tennessee.
I'll tell you what, here's another one that I would take in a heartbeat, but this is not a car, it's a bike. The 1989 Harley Davidson FXR from Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that bike. I've always loved that bike. And that one,
I had a replica of the Easy Rider, but I hated that bike.
Well, it's a hardtail.
First, it was a hardtail, and second, the rake on it.
Yeah, it turns. You got to take a half a state to turn it.
Yeah, and if you start wobbling going down the road, you might as well slow down as quickly and as safely as you can.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Now,
rode
I
that
want to know
bike
when.
twice.
All right, so
But
Irene,
nope.
the neuropathy is getting a little better. So when are you going to start riding motorcycle?
Oh, I don't know. I ride him in the Call of Duty sometimes, but I don't know. I've seen like a lot of people pass away from motorcycle accidents, so it kind of like, deters me since I have children and stuff that are young, like from doing crazy stuff. I guess taking what would probably be an unnecessary risk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
If
guess I
that
can
makes
see.
sense. Like,
Me,
rode
on the
mine
other hand, I'm
today.
like, screw it. Twist the wick.
Cloud
Yeah.
rain stopped this morning. Clouds broke about 10 o'clock this morning. The sun came out. I said, "Yep, we're going for a quick ride."
How did it go?
All right, so check this out. I actually
fun.
have the specs on that bike from Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man. Of course, everybody knows the iconic paint job with the cards on the tank. Front forks are FLT plus 6 inches. Rake is 42 degrees. Drag bars, completely modified back. Double front calipers and rotors.
Hey, Roy, if you want to donate it, I'll take it.
What? Put it on the auction for Asgard?
83 Goldwing? No, that'd be my daily rider, and then the Harley would be my weekend cruiser.
There you go. Gold Wings just sounds fancy.
I'm gonna add another Harley to the fleet.
Are you?
Yep.
Because I'll admit, I'll be honest, as much as I love Harley Davidson and All American, all that good, great stuff, I had a Honda once, and it was so smooth to ride, I could sit on it all day and not feel a thing.
Sit on and feel a thing.
And I never had to work on it.
The thing I don't like about the Goldwing is how high it sits. It's got a different center of gravity. I don't like it. I'm not comfortable on it.
Is it more of a is it still like a rider thing, or is it like a crotch rocket?
No, I mean it's a big touring cruiser is what it is.
Okay.
So like I've got
like the Shadow.
The Shadow's more of a short hop cruiser.
Yeah, your KZs and stuff are more of your Sportsters and your Hondas.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you sniffing?
Eucalyptus, by the way.
Got some bump?
It's eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus, huh? What? So are you like suffering from some allergies or something right now?
That helps me. I do. It is that time of year, like all this stupid.
I know. I got to get something to hang in my bathroom.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel sorry for your wife after you've been in that bathroom.
No. I hang eucalyptus in my shower, and then when you take a shower, it's like fucking a vaporizer. Opens everything up.
Well, I never thought of that.
Yeah. It's nice. I do sometimes do that. So
sweet. Yeah, we'll talk, Roy.
Always trying to get.
I guess Roy's saying he'll give it to you.
He's gonna give you.
He's gonna give it to
you. You get your ass up there. He's gonna give it to you good.
Bend over and take it. Squeal like a pig.
Bend over and he'll donate all the sperm to your.
You sure you got the right? You sure you got the right Chris Ness?
And be very careful when you do that, Irene. It looked like you were about ready to give yourself black eyes.
Oh, it happens. Not the black eyes, but.
So when you're God, I can't even say it. So when you're pouring it to some guy and then you're bouncing up and down like that, and then you give yourself black eyes, huh?
Yeah. It's like gravity.
bouncing up and down like that, I think, is anti-gravity. But
You know, that's one thing I love about my 1200. It's got the air ride suspension, so you sit on it and it seriously feels like you're riding a Softail.
your 1200.
Yeah. My XLH sitting in my front yard.
I thought you were riding a Softail.
No, it's an XLH, but it's with the air ride suspension and all the shit on it. It rides like a Softail.
Okay.
Plus, it's got that wide, fat seat on it.
I can't remember. I'm just okay. The XLH 1200. So that is the Sportster.
It is, but
I'll be damned. I thought you were on a Softail. Matter of fact, I seem to remember you saying it was a Softail.
yeah, I got it, Roy. That's actually a really nice bike. Because I thought it was a Softail, and my little brother, he said it's set up like a Softail. I thought he said it was a Softail, but like I said, with the air ride suspension and the way the forks are, it's a real comfortable ride.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's kind of what I'm looking at. As I'm looking at a 1200 Sportster, is just kind of my bar hopper. Get it set up, the air ride, get it ready to go. But then I'm gonna put the forward controls on it, because at 6 foot tall, you cannot ride a Sportster comfortably without forward controls. It don't work. Trust me, I've tried. Because everybody remembers Pickle, and he had a 1200 Sportster, and it was set up for him at 5'1". Hey, will you ride this back to Central Illinois for me? Yeah, okay, I'll ride it back. Holy fuck you, never again.
The one thing I still really want to change on mine is I want to switch my shifter to a heel toe shifter.
You got to watch where you get those. Like, I switched mine back to a toe only on the Glide, because I stripped out the heel shifter on my heel toe, because I did not get authentic Harley Davidson shifter.
All right.
And I mean, when you're doing that, you better get authentic Harley for that.
What was that?
Damn computer. Interrupting the show.
Holy crap.
What?
I got to go to Canada to see Roy.
Oh, is that where he's at?
Yes.
He is not far from Canada.
No, he's not. Yeah. He's in Rhinelander, Wisconsin.
That's right.
That's up the Upper Peninsula. Okay.
I lived fairly close to him when I lived up in Wausau.
Yeah.
Wausau.
Yep, Wausau. Wausau.
When I lived up there in Rhinelander, one of my favorite places to go was a little further north and go into Eagle River and go get drunk.
Probably the only thing to do.
It was the only way you could stay warm.
Belly flop across the ice.
Snowmobile season, they had like shacks that were set up that were actually bars
nice.
along the snowmobile trails.
It always freaked me out to see like one of those heavy duty trucks driving across a pond.
Yeah, right.
In the middle of winter. It's like that. Okay, that's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was only up there a year, so
I mean they're also good at making sure you've got sushi and sashimis.
Sushi sashimi.
Yeah, because I got a tattoo somewhere up there, and it was really, really close to Canada.
Chris likes those sushis and sashimis.
No.
Not on your biscuits.
You do not buy sushi and sashimi this far inland. There's a Japanese restaurant right down the street that claims they have fresh sushi.
Well,
It
what
ain't
do they have in the
fresh.
lake?
You're in Kentucky. There
Oh.
ain't nothing fresh about the sushi.
Oh yeah, no.
I can get fresh sushi here.
I mean, depends. Not like the sushi that like.
You're in fucking Central Texas. Where the hell is there an ocean with
They have
the
a beach
right
there.
kind of stuff?
In the
I'm
Gulf,
3
right?
hours away from the Gulf.
That's not an ocean. That's the Gulf.
So what?
And they don't have the right kind of fish to make.
Depends on. Are you just being choosy on your fish there now? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
There's usually like salmon and.
Do you
tuna
have a
and
problem
those
with
are
eating tuna now? I mean,
cold water fish? Aren't they?
I've always had a problem with eating tuna.
she might have a problem with you not eating her tuna. I mean, oh, damn. Here I go again.
Listen, I've always enjoyed eating a nice, seafood taco.
Yeah, right?
I just prefer there not be cream sauce in it. Like
You
sour
mean
cream.
residual?
I want my seafood taco to smell like roses. Which
You wanna
leads
eat
me
a
back
rose?
to the one thing I always put an emphasis on: box maintenance.
Keep your boxes clean, ladies. Keep them clean. Get them cobwebs gone. Get your old dildos out and start.
So you know what? That actually brings up a great question, and Irene is the perfect person to answer this question for me.
It
Irene,
might get real.
Irene, please inform me and the audience. Is box maintenance more important before you get married or after you get married?
I say before, because you're trying to go to the buffet. Afterwards, you're like, all right, I know where the snack bar is.
Yes, I would say before.
You think before?
By the time you guys get married, usually you know each other, you guys watch each other's shit, or I don't know, someone's taking a shower and you got to use the bathroom, you just help yourself.
Corey, I'm in agreement with you there. I was thinking, I want to say both, because I mean, who really wants to get
clean all the
really
time?
wants to climb inside a dirty box?
That's true. You can always
Adam, you're awful quiet on this.
You can throw them in the shower.
Now, I would say
scrub them down and then take them in the bed.
Before marriage, it's very important. However, once you get married, it's still important, but it can kind of fall off a bit. It doesn't have to be like pristine all the time.
It can, because then you have kids and you need to work around that, and you actually put sex on the schedule.
It has to be.
Gotta remember that.
So she knows when to perform the box maintenance.
Oh, you put it on the schedule.
Wait. Okay, but hang on a second. Why is it only her that has to do the box maintenance? We as guys, we should be doing dong maintenance at the same time.
It's just as important, but a little bit easier to maintain.
But I mean, she don't want you coming in with like dirty, sweaty dong from working all day.
Well, no, I mean, but also at the same time with the guy, all your parts are exterior, so a quick bird bath can clear that up. With a girl, I mean, she's got to bust out the Snap-on toolkit and get up there.
No, you actually don't. The vagina is a self-cleaning organ, right? So under normal circumstances, you do not actually have to clean out your coochie, okay? But you do need to clean around it. And as you get older,
I was going to say, they claim it's a self-cleaning organism. But I've seen some in my younger years. No, that thing don't clean itself.
I'm talking like STD-free, you know what I mean? Like not popping the cottage cheese-ness going on.
God.
Sorry. But you know what I'm talking about, like the yeast infection, like when
God
You
damn.
got monostat.
I tell you what, years and years ago when I was 20 years old, I was at this party and there was this girl there. And shortly after, I left with this girl.
And he went
And
down
my
on her while
buddy
she was
made
making
note.
bread.
My buddy made note of how quickly I returned to the party. He's like, what happened? I thought you were going to spend the rest of the night with her. I said, dude, I did the finger sniff check and noped right the fuck out of there. She was gorgeous as hell, but that shit stank.
You know, and that's like, I've noticed this too. I'm not going to say it's a definite, but a majority, like the girls that look really good, for some reason, don't worry about the box maintenance as much. But the ones that are like, and like I said, this is a majority. There are exceptions to this rule. But then you've got like the middle of the road and the low class that they take care of it like all the time.
Playing too much with the kitty. Meow. I'm just kidding. There's no such thing.
I dated a girl.
Something that Roy said, I think should lead to a TJ story time. So I want to know about this comment.
I have no idea what he's talking about. That's the problem. He's got he's got these whatevers that like never happened, and he swears up and down they did.
So
I was going to say, I dated this girl years ago and had a face only a mother could love.
Aw, Butterface.
Wow.
But she, beautiful soul, nicest girl ever. And she was very, very adamant and religious about box maintenance. And she said to me one day, she's like, well, you know I am not pretty, so I might as well try to smell nice.
Aww.
You know what? That's not a bad thought process.
No, I was like, damn.
At least she's living in reality. You know what I mean? You gotta give her props for that. You gotta know your strengths and weaknesses and play to your strengths. If like the face isn't your strength, then you better have something that makes someone want you or desire you. And everybody has something. So.
And I tell you, I think that was the one thing that attracted to me to her at the time, because whenever she walked into a room, you could tell because the room just all of a sudden smelled really, really good.
Oh, nice.
So TJ, what about Jenna?
I don't know what he's talking about.
TJ, who's Jenna?
TJ, who's
Jenna?
I
don't know.
Yeah, who's Jenna? Spill the tea. Come on.
I'm telling you guys the truth. I don't fucking know.
Was it Jennifer? Genevieve?
Genevieve like Febreze?
The only Jenna I know of is fucking Jenna Jameson, and I was watching that on porn, man.
No, Roy, it did not. It was not like Febreze. It was like.
Oh, you mean they smell like Febreze when you walk in there? It's like smelling like those trash bags that you put like in the bathroom to baby scent when you don't have a lot of money in college. You know what I'm talking about? Like that smell.
The smell diffusers that you plug into the outlet.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
No, I'll tell you, there was. You know, if it's not good smell or a good looking face, fuck, at least have a joke book and a bucket of chicken in your damn purse.
Right?
Maybe some beer.
Beer would be a good idea too. Maybe a little brown, I don't know, but yeah, have a joke book and a bucket of chicken. I mean, then I could have a snack and listen to you tell me a funny story.
No,
yeah. Laughter is worth $1 million.
One day, I was driving down I-39 coming out of Rockford.
Gee, I'm sorry.
And no, this is fucking hilarious. Because I'm driving down and I'm listening to ICP, Fat Sweaty Betty.
Oh, I forgot.
And you know, Fat Sweaty Betty, I know you like spaghetti. All of a sudden, this car rolled up next to me, and it was this 400-pound broad driving, eating a bucket of fried chicken. And I just kind of start giggling. She passes me. Her rear license plate said spaghetti. I about fucking died.
I would have wrecked the fucking car.
I would have pulled over and
I would have
been
wrecked the
pulled
fucking
over.
car.
I'd have been like,
I swear I about fucking died.
I mean, there's been so much fucking crazy shit these days.
toilet paper dangerous.
I don't know. He comes up with the shit and then just tries to stick me into the scenario. I'm like, this was
Something
not
about
me.
toilet
I don't know
paper
what the fuck you're talking
dingleberries?
about.
Maybe he's trying to give you improv. Maybe he's trying to make this show like he's trying to give you like something to start with. He's like, here, run with it.
I would.
So apparently TJ got caught up with some girl named Jenna that wiped too hard and left some toilet paper dingleberries.
Mhm.
I have no idea. I mean,
You
I'm
didn't know
serious.
she
Like,
didn't tell you about her dingleberries?
I'm being honest here. This is some shit that, again, I don't know why, but he always comes up with different shit and it puts me in the scenario for some reason.
Why
And
do
I
you
had
put yourself
nothing
in
to
all
do
these
with it.
scenarios? How do you end up in all these scenarios?
There's been, I mean, just different shit that I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? This was not me.
It's like, well, you see, what happened was
Once upon
I
a
think
time,
he's
not
giving you
long
an
ago.
outline for something for you just to run with and make it.
I may write it. I don't know, but you know, this is, like I said, not me.
Closed captioning.
Right? I know it's on Facebook. I have to fight it all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Only
the
because I'm
all you hear is like all you see is like static.
I mean, for crying out loud, you know, there's another show that I will watch, and one of the main people, he starts going, and the closed captioning comes up with what the actual fuck, and it just stops.
No, I like it when I'm sitting there watching drunk people on Cops and the closed captioning says unintelligible gibberish.
yes.
I love watching
Yes.
Cops. It's so much fun.
That's one of my favorites.
My wife hates that I'll sit here and watch Cops or Live PD. You watching Cops? Fuck yeah, but I'm watching the internet version where I get they don't cut nothing out.
Right. Well, I finally broke down and I did it. I finally broke down and I downloaded onto my TV the Longhorn Network.
For the football team?
Yes, for all the University of Texas sports. So I'll get
Hmm.
football, baseball, soccer, volleyball. Oh, God, I can't wait for beach volleyball. Oh,
So when's your
I'll
next
tell
psych
you what.
appointment for the malfunction of your brain?
I'll tell you what,
Um,
having my own TV and
have a
access
few
to
names now.
ESPN Women was
You know
one of
what
the
you're
things that got me through prison.
for the
Prison.
malfunction
Let's
of
talk
my
about
brain.
prison. Let's talk about his story.
Wait a
He's
minute.
been to prison. Let's go. Run with it.
I watched
You
a
were in
lot of
prison?
women's sports in prison.
Oh, good.
You were in prison?
Many, 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 many years ago.
That explains a lot.
Mental hospital. Last week.
But I'm a good boy now.
They
I'm a
didn't
good
try
girl
to
now.
get you to drop powdered soap in the shower when you were in prison, did they?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
As far as authorities know,
They like the
you're doing
oil
really
feature.
good now.
As far as anyone knows, half of my life is fucking on camera, being recorded. So
And that is actually a good point. Between here and Asgard,
This is true.
yeah.
Chris is, yeah, you can see his entire life.
Yeah. I gotta be good. I'm in the public eye, kind of.
We all are. We
There's
all
nothing
are.
wrong with weird, Roy. Roy, just because someone's weird doesn't mean you have to write them off. You just don't
Hey,
marry
we're
them,
all
okay?
fucking weird,
You
man.
see-
Let your freak flag fly and be glad I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat tonight.
No shit.
Night. Yeah.
Dude, you look like something from Spaceballs wearing that thing.
Come on, now, dude. I was fucking stoned, drunk, shrooming, wrapping up a steak I couldn't eat. I'm like, fuck it. Just started wrapping the foil around my head until I had a 4-foot antenna.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I kept waiting for him to walk around and start going meep 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 meep.
Hey, I was at a place that I was allowed to get as weird as I wanted to be.
I'm surprised you didn't put on a shirt that said "E.T. the extra testicle."
Whoa. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. I pressed a button and something happened. I'm
No,
sorry.
everything's fine. You're
Hey,
fine.
Before the show, me and my wife were talking about going to Florida, and she's like, "Are you going to go to Disney or not?" I says, "Well, I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no. I'd love to go to Disney. If it happens, it happens. But if I don't go, I'm still going to Universal for a day." She says, "Well, don't forget to pack your Chasing Tails shirt." I got a shirt. It's Mickey Mouse chasing Minnie Mouse, and it says Chasing Tail. We went to Disney last time, and I wore that shirt. And one of the Disney employees says, "Your wife let you wear that shirt?" My wife picked this shirt out for me. She got it. Fucking, I actually got a Disney employee to be a dick about my shirt.
There you go.
They would be a dick about the most random
Call
things.
it weird,
like.
but that is one thing I enjoy doing. Like that guy, I wasn't happy with him. But if I can get a Disney cast member to break character and do something they're not supposed to do, yes. Like, and I'll get them to point with one finger, which they're really not supposed to do.
Okay, that's aggressive.
Well,
this is
in some
aggressive.
parts of the world, it's
people.
considered rude. So when they point, they're supposed to use two fingers.
Well,
I got one. He pointed with one finger, and I said, "Hey, that's not the Disney point." He's like, "Oh crap!" I'm like, "Oh, that's two." He's like, "Dude, come on." I'm like, "Dude, I'm just messing with you, man. I love fucking with Disney people."
Right?
Disney people too.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You know, like I said, I can remember SeaWorld again, kind of bringing that up. I remember back in the 80s when it was just pretty much nothing, and now you could see it from the highway now. The roller coasters and all the shit that's in there. And I'm going, nuh-uh, it's not SeaWorld. Yeah, it is. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Dude, fucking SeaWorld is awesome. We went to SeaWorld, and I went to ride some of the roller coasters. And my biggest mistake was, "Here, honey, hold my phone while I go ride the roller coaster."
Right,
I get done with the roller coasters, and my wife is nowhere to be found.
Oh, no.
So, you know, I'm thinking for a few minutes, and some guy walks past me. I'm like, "Hey, dude, I hate to ask, but can I use your phone? I lost my wife, and she has my phone." "Yeah, sure. Go ahead." Hands me his phone. I start dialing my number. 815, where you from? We live in Dwight. I work in Braidwood. I'm from Kankakee. Holy shit.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Fuck that ride.
I mean, for crying out loud, I like at work, one of the security guards at work, she comes out, we were talking the other night, and she goes, I said, "Yeah, you know, I have family and folks that are on their way in from Illinois." And she goes, "Oh, yeah, I was raised in Springfield." Shit.
Go to the fucking dentist for my wife. I was wearing an Iowa Hawkeyes t-shirt. I said, "Hey, last time I wore one of those, I about got my ass kicked at the Legion." She's like, "Well, I'm from Iowa." I'm like, "Well, so am I." She says, "Well, what do you think about Southern hospitality?" "It ain't got shit on Midwest polite." He said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, Midwest polite, my neighbor's going to shovel my sidewalk and then give me a beer for letting him do it because he's a cool fucking guy. Whereas Southern hospitality, bless your heart. And bitch, I know what the fuck that means."
Oh,
that means they're talking shit about you behind your back. Yes, it does.
Bless your heart is a nice way of saying you're a fucking idiot.
It is.
I thought it was a nice way of saying fuck off.
Or
bless
that
your
too.
heart.
It's
Well,
a
bless
nice
your heart,
way of
TJ.
saying a lot of dickhead shit.
Wow, really?
I can't remember the last time I've actually said that to someone. Well, bless your heart. It's been a
You know what's even worse? You know what's even worse is Irene said that with that whole Georgia peach move right there. Like, well, bless your little heart.
Well, you gotta do the.
Actually, I'm kind of excited to drive through because we're driving down to Florida.
Oh yeah, you're gonna drive through me.
And I want to stop at Lookout Mountain.
Oh, you gotta come. You gotta come. Shit.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm saying the wrong things. Hold on.
If you're gonna drive through Irene, you gotta come.
Yes. You have to come see me.
Oh Lord, what am I gonna do with you guys?
I've always wanted to go stand on Lookout Mountain and see the 7 states at once.
It's really cool. It's right like down the road
It
from where I
costs
live.
like $30 a person.
It's right down the road from where I live.
It's gonna cost like $30 a person.
So spend the
sneak up
$30
beside the
and
mountain.
while
You
you're at
wanna
it,
go
stop and
rockside
see
me?
Irene.
Yeah, you can come see me.
Maybe on the way back.
Okay.
On the way there, we're planning on driving straight through. On the
You're
way
gonna
back,
stop
we're
by
really not
Irene on
having a
the back?
schedule.
But you should
my
take a
wife,
day,
though-
go spend the $30, get up there, and then go see Irene.
I probably will on the way back. I know my wife is freaking out about driving through Atlanta.
Oh,
Well,
that
and while
place
you're-
sucks.
Yeah, fuck that. I hate driving through Atlanta.
Stay in the HOV lanes though, and it will, if you stay in those lanes, it'll guide you safely through the city. It does go through the city, but stay in the HOV lanes when they're there, and then it'll be a little bit better to get through
thought-
there.
I looked at it, or the what's it called, the perimeter.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm probably just gonna stay straight on the highway, find my lane, pick my speed, and go.
Yeah.
Stay somewhere in the middle so I make sure I don't accidentally hit an exit.
So how
Mhm.
long are you guys going to
Yeah.
be down in, how long are you guys going to be gone?
A week.
A week.
I'm probably leaving Thursday night, and I'll be back second Monday in October.
Well, okay, there you go. So you got plenty of time to stop by and see Irene. Remember to take a big bucket of chicken.
To throw at the
Because,
kids.
you know, if you're going over to see Irene, you need to take a big bucket of chicken. So that way you can help feed with her and the kids and her husband. And there you go.
How
You got the Colonel down there, or do I have to go to Popeyes?
No, you may have to go to Publix.
Southern
Oh, yeah, Publix
hospitality
grocery
won't
store.
let me
I
bring a
forget about
bucket.
Publix. It's not often I go down that way.
See, like we've only got one real good grocery store chain in Texas, and that's HEB.
Yeah, but you guys
I-
got Whataburger, so
Oh, yeah, we do. Now, here's the funny part. Like, my cousin was down here for the weekend, right?
Did you say HDTV?
HEB.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said
Yeah,
they
that's
do
our,
have those
that's our grocery
HDTVs.
store chain here is HEB. I love HEB. Julie says Zaxby's.
That's so good. The chicken. Oh, you got to get like their little thing on the Texas toast. It's like a messy thing. It's gonna put the stuff all over. It's so saucy. It's gonna be everywhere, but it's gonna be so worth it. And they get those little fries that are seasoned, and you can get like fried pickles or like cheese curds.
See, Whataburger, I mean, I love Whataburger, okay?
I fucking love Whataburger too.
Here's my cousin drives down here. He's down here for the weekend. I literally have a Whataburger 15 minutes from my house. I want to go to In-N-Out.
So he likes
Fuck
it.
you.
You're like,
Like, dude, I want actual food.
yeah,
Yeah, if I'm gonna hit a fast
Yeah.
food joint, Whataburger is it.
yeah.
If I'm eating at an In-N-Out, just know I am extremely, extremely fucking drunk. I have no idea where I am at.
It's me at Denny's.
Oh God, Denny's
And-
is a terrible restaurant.
Ooh,
Okay,
I can't wait.
you know,
I can't wait to
let's
hear
go when
a
you're
fucking
drunk.
Waffle House.
I love Waffle House.
Waffle House, legit.
here-
You could get beat up or have the best day of your life ever.
Exactly. You never know
Or
what's
both
going to
at the
happen.
You
same
don't know
time.
what the fuck's going down at the Waffle House. At the
You might
W.
get both at the same time when you go to the Waffle House. You never
Yeah,
know.
and you might like
Where
it
I
or you
live,
may
we
not.
got
There
Huddle
might be
House,
consent,
which
there may not.
where I live, we got Huddle House, which ain't the same, and the nearest
No.
Waffle House is Clarksville.
Oh, in Tennessee.
Yep.
You say we have a
All
huddle house.
All right, Corey, you have a good one.
Bye,
But
Corey.
Clarksville's only
Take
like
it
an
easy,
hour
Corey.
away.
However,
Later,
But I mean,
Corey.
I love, Whataburger, Waffle House.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, somebody looks at me now and they go, "Oh, I want to go to Denny's." You can fucking go to Denny's.
Yeah. You go to Denny's.
You go to
Tell me how
Denny's.
sick you are tomorrow.
DJ,
I want some of those.
I have a question for you regarding restaurants here in Central Illinois.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about Dixie's?
Now the Dixie Truck Stop, I like. I am actually a fan of the restaurant at the Dixie Truck Stop.
You don't like Dixies? You don't like the Dixies? You don't want to see the Dix?
Well,
I'm so confused. Why not?
One of the most fucked up things that ever happened to me in my life happened at a Denny's.
You virginity got taken in the bathroom.
No.
Oh.
Fucking, I actually worked at this Denny's, and it was my night off. And I'm sitting there just having coffee and lightly eating a little bit, bullshitting with my buddy that's working. All of a sudden, this trucker came over and propositioned me to go back to his truck with him, and even handed me $300 in cash.
He's like, here, let's
and my
go.
buddy came over and he's like, dude, you need to get the fuck away from Chris. And I had the dude's money, and all of a sudden the dude realized, like, I'm known in this place and they all know me. And he's like, Chris, you want me to call the cops? I said, yeah, call Harvey. Fucking dude took off running. A little bit later, fucking my buddy, fucking the cop, he shows up, Harvey Van Cleve. And he's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm a little freaked out, dude. Fucking, I got to get back downtown, and I'm kind of freaked out. I don't want to wait for it. That cop gave my drunk ass a ride home. Dropped me off at my front door and made sure I got into my house and my door was locked afterwards. Because it was just really, really fucked up. And I even told him, I got this dude's money. He propositioned me. He's like, I guess you made $300 for nothing tonight.
Look at that. You made $300 and didn't even have balls rest on your chin.
Yep. But like I said, it was just fucked up.
Julie's in the chat room saying she's pretty sure that she conceived her oldest at the Dixie Truck Stop, McLean, Illinois. But no, the restaurant inside the Dixie Truck Stop actually really good.
Is it like
That's
one of
cool.
those?
I'm
Like,
pretty sure my son was conceived in a state park.
up in like a lookout? Like,
The mines of fame.
Oh, wait a minute. I hate it when it does that. I know that my youngest was conceived in a Winnebago. And my oldest, my daughter, she was conceived in a Mitsubishi Eclipse.
My first husband used to drive a Mitsubishi Eclipse.
So, I mean, I'm like, okay. And then the middle one, oh my God, the middle one was conceived in an F-150. Every one of my kids were conceived in a vehicle.
I believe my daughter was conceived in a dingy basement that also served as a portal to hell.
Ooh,
I believe
that. Are we playing Dungeons and Dragons down there?
A lot of people that have been inside of this house that my daughter was conceived in said that they feel an evil presence inside that house.
Were you there?
And then when you left, did it get better?
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you left, did it get better?
I don't know. Probably not. House was like,
you never know,
almost 200 years old. It was one of the oldest houses in Dubuque, Iowa.
So, Irene, I think I know where your question was going, but the Dixie Truck Stop in McLean, Illinois is one of the oldest truck stops in the United States.
Okay.
And they've got this old school, like 50s diner that's in there. Just with the swivel stools all the way around the bar and everything. Yeah, it's really nostalgic setup.
The malt milkshake, real malt.
Yeah, like real malts and really decent food. It was really good.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Pretty good food.
And it's not overpriced. I mean, they're actually really reasonable on their pricing. So for as much inflation as we're seeing around the country these days, for a place to actually kind of hang on to where their pricing is at, that's a welcome sight.
Yeah.
And so Julie and I went maybe about a few months ago. It wasn't too long ago. So
and how was it? Still pretty good?
yeah, still pretty good. Marcy went with us, and
Oh, how did that go?
it went pretty well. She behaved the whole time. I didn't have to like take her to a bathroom and tell her to stop being bad and stuff.
So has she started learning how to talk back to you yet?
She has started learning to babble. And some of the faces she makes when she looks at people while babbling is funny as hell. She will
Let's
turn
see.
and look at someone and be like, "Waka, waka, waka, waka."
Oh, so she yells at you in baby babble. Okay.
Or other people.
Now she can start waving the finger at you, you know. And I don't mean waving
No,
this
right
finger.
now,
Oh, damn it, I hate it when it does that.
Right now, all she has is she can say hi, she can go yay, or she can go yay.
Has she figured out dad yet?
From time to time.
How about
Usually
mom?
when she wants something. Yeah, mom is a little bit harder for her, but she says it from time to time.
Mama. Say mama, Marcy. Marcy, mama. Mama.
See, I
So-
think
Say mama.
you know, everybody tells me that my first word was fuck.
Mine probably was.
Once she starts, it'll be all that Julie
Mhm.
hears.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So I'm starting to get scared of technology.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
I looked on the map how far it is to Roy's,
Uh-huh.
and Google Maps literally asked me, Dubuque, Iowa is a short distance for a stop along the way. Do you want to add that stop?
Oh, wow.
It's never a short distance. So I was like, where? Okay, go ahead.
That's fucking weird that my phone knows I go to Dubuque, Iowa, and I talk about Dubuque, Iowa. It actually asked me if I want to stop in Dubuque, Iowa on the way to somewhere up.
It's Google. What do you expect? Do you
Right.
use an Android phone? It listens,
I do.
it reads your
Yeah.
stuff.
It's not let's go Krogering anymore. It's let's go Googling.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You know, like remember 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you go grocery shop and you end up running into people that you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you actually get to have conversations and feel like a grown-up.
Yeah.
Now
I mean,
everybody does it online and Instacart, bring it to me. Fuck you. I don't want to be around people.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
when you look up something and then you go later on to watch videos on YouTube and then you start getting ads for all the shit you were looking up earlier.
Oh
Mhm.
shit.
Which is fine as long as you're not looking up twisted crap for, I don't know, a podcast that you're prepping for.
I don't know who would do that.
I would never use my own personal devices to look that shit up. I'd have to borrow someone else's.
Borrow your neighbor's Wi-Fi, get the VPN, the whole 9 yards. Like you're like, fuck
Yep,
this shit.
exactly.
I'm not going to jail today.
Like I've got one computer that if I turn that computer on, it is literally dedicated to looking up the sickest shit I can think of for this show.
Well,
And
that's
what-
another
what
reason
did you
why
find?
I would never want to share my Wi-Fi with my neighbor or nothing, because all of a sudden they come raiding my house because of the shit my neighbor's looking up.
Right, you know. Dude, I gotta be honest. All right, so like my uncle and aunt, they're literally 30 feet away from me, right?
Oh, that's not good.
No. I think they're pissed.
Did you take
Your
someone home?
Your aunt
No,
and uncle?
Yeah, I think they're pissed at me. Because my uncle looked at me today and he goes, "Well, you got internet in there?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "What's the password?" The password is fuck off. You ain't getting onto my internet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I might be here a while. That's your fucking problem. Go get what I've got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got the things that I got for a reason, and that's so this unit eventually can be mobile, and then I have internet wherever I go.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can I stop you for a second?
Sure.
This is a silly thing that we do in my psych class. Whenever there's a cognitive distortion, which is something that you say is a fact, but it's not actually a fact. It's just something that you think is a fact. Is a cognitive distortion. So when you said, "I think that they're mad at me," you don't actually know that they're mad at you. You just think that they're mad at you. So don't get upset that they're mad at you if they're not actually, either ask them or move on.
To be perfectly honest about it, I really don't care if they are or not.
Yeah. So then,
yeah. If you're mad at me, that's your problem. And that means, and this is something I've said to my daughter too, because I've said, whatever happened back in the day, me and your mom, we were young, we were stupid, we were fucking kids, get over it. But as long as I know that I'm bothering her for something that happened 20 something years ago, I'm living rent free right there.
I'm not even worried about that. I just do it literally. They threw everything down here. It's all upside down right now. And just literally, it hadn't even been 24 hours and they're creating havoc.
I got this image of when in the Lorax, when the Once-Lers family came.
Yeah.
And they're
no, you know what? It's like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just waiting for my uncle to be out there with boots and the funky hat and the bathrobe dumping the dump tank.
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
It's an RV, Clark.
Yeah, right? That there is an RV, Clark. Oh,
doesn't it?
Also, I am so excited. Did I tell you guys about my Halloween costume?
No.
I'm gonna be in a ninja show.
I think I heard rumors of. Is it you and your friend's Halloween costume?
Oh God.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be up at Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois, while I'm gonna be down here. But Steve is one of my best friends, and he came up with the greatest idea, and I said, I'm fucking stealing that. I'm going to get a really, really, really tall box, and I'm going to shape it like a milk carton. And
yes.
I'm going to be a milk carton kid.
A kid on the milk carton?
Yep. Have you seen me?
Can they call and say, "Yo, he's walking down my street right now in a milk carton"?
All right. So
it will say, have you seen me? If you have information on this person, please call, and it will have my phone number on it.
All right. So since we're on the subject, Adam, have you figured out what you're going to be for Halloween yet?
Probably what I'll be is either walking with Marcy and Gabe. I'm not going to have a costume. No one's got time for that as a parent.
I don't know.
Dude, grab a fucking mask. Do you want one? I'll send one to you.
I don't know. Irene's looking like she's got something up her sleeve.
I said that if I thought I looked good enough, that I was going to be a Ninja Turtle for Halloween. So I'm going to go get me a sexy Leonardo costume.
Couldn't do an April O'Neil for us?
I want to be Leonardo. That way I can roleplay with myself and love myself.
There you go.
Why Leonardo?
Because Leonardo's the best. He's blue and he's awesome. He's the leader. He's got swords.
Yeah, he's the leader, but everyone
swords!
But Leonardo's a dick. Michelangelo's the one that's cool and loves to party.
He's got pizza. That's where I'm going for my pizza.
Right.
Maybe I should be April O'Neil. I need them all.
April always wore that yellow suit. You're like, whoa.
Oh yeah, kind of like it'll be like a mix up between that and like Kill Bill. Like
Right.
yellow.
You know what? I think I'm going to be an employed truck driver.
Who truck driver?
I think I'm going to be an employed truck driver.
Not really stretching far there, are we?
Not really, no.
Are you going to be what Dexter would be if he was a truck driver?
Kind of like a
Dexter was a truck
Well,
driver.
you can tell people, if you try being a truck driver for a week and you realize what a nightmare it really fucking is.
Yeah, try doing it for over 10 years.
hi.
That's Julie.
I'd probably, I drove a truck for a minute when I was younger. And if I actually tried to make a career out of it, I probably would have lasted maybe 2, maybe 3 at a stretch before I got charged with vehicular homicide.
Well, I managed to get through over 10 years. And I got to be honest, like my favorite part of being a truck driver is when I'm in the truck and away from people.
Well, also, while I'm going down the road, when I'm on the highway, I have the ultimate respect to stay out of fucking truckers' way. If I'm going to pass them as quickly as possible and get the fuck out of their way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly.
I get to hang out in their blind space,
I have so many people that pull in and they just hang out in that blind spot all the time.
Nope.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Absolutely. It's extremely dangerous and people should not do it.
Yeah. People don't do it. You hear me? If you hear this right now, don't be stupid. Don't drive in the blind area. The big old truck that could run you over 6 ways. It's Sunday.
The 2 things I prefer to stay a good distance away from: semis and motorcycles.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm sorry, if I see a motorcycle, I'm coming up on him. Nope. I'm slowing down. I'm setting my cruise and I'm just going to stay back.
Run blocker for him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So one last thing before we get into final thoughts, I have a rage update.
Okay.
He is beginning to experience some little more than normal mental deficiencies with his treatments. This is his 2nd week now completed of radiation chemo. He's in a lot of pain. He's not talking to a lot of people, and we got in trouble last week. Evidently, Chris hitting on the nurse at the hospital almost got Rage tossed out of the oncology ward at the hospital.
Oh,
he's probably not supposed to have like a recording.
Rage, if you're coming to watch this, if you're watching, I'm going to come visit you.
Oh, God, no. Please don't get him thrown out of there.
We walked around the fucking hospital eating.
Let him get the care he needs.
Talking to nurses.
Let him get his Baymax fix.
Please don't get him thrown out of there. Yeah, he really, dude. If they stop this treatment, he's.
I wouldn't do that to your Rage. I wouldn't do that to someone, honestly. But when I personally go to the hospital, I do have a good time.
I try not to go to the hospital.
I try not to go to the hospital. Sometimes shit happens.
But right now, literally, he is. I do have it on authority that if these treatments stop, he's got 3 months. So they're doing the treatments to try to prolong him at least to maintain the 12 to 24 months that we are supposed to have if he completes the treatments. I mean, Irene, I don't know if you've seen the diagnosis or not, or if you're up to speed on all that.
I am not. And I can catch up, like, if you want to, like, just kind of sum it up.
I'll just give you the quick cliff notes. Starting a couple months ago, Rage was starting to have a lot of brain issue, more than normal.
Right.
And
Sorry.
so Yeah, but they ended up
I'm the kind of
taking
person I
him.
laugh at awkward things.
But they ended up taking him into the hospital, and one MRI was clean, and then a week later they started seeing lesions and tumors forming on his brain. No, please God, no! Do not let Steve visit Rage in the hospital.
Yes.
He would end up in jail or something. Like poor
No,
Rage.
God, no.
Poor Rage.
So long and the short of it is they did determine that it was a type of brain cancer, but they didn't know what. About another week, very aggressive. It is glioblastoma, which is the single most aggressive brain cancer there is out there. And the doctors told us, with treatment, medium range, we're looking at 1 to 2 years. He might have enough there to get 5, but they're not being real hopeful for it.
Yeah.
But if he stops treatment now, it's 3 months, and we're corkscrewing him into the ground.
Right.
So Rage's wife has been added to our group chat now, to give us, what updates she may feel that she'd like to know or like us to know, but also to be encouraged that she's welcome on the show, because that is his wife, and she's
a thing.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
Is this like married?
Yes. They are married.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the sign. This is boyfriend and girlfriend or friend, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah. That's sign language for friend.
Girlfriend and boyfriend.
I want to be your friend.
What's this one? Damn, I hate it when it does that.
Why?
On that note.
On that note. Hi, Tom. Hi, Julie.
Oh, Tom's a lot of fun. Old Puddin'. And with that being said, Chris, your final thoughts tonight.
Oh, man, my final thoughts. Dude, I'll tell you what, it's been a great show. I enjoyed tonight.
Yeah, right.
Especially when we sat around and talked a little bit of music. That was fucking great. Because you know me, folks, always support local music, independent music. And, if something happens to the band, let the band go. You can always start a new project. You can always reform that same, maybe not the same, what you had with the original. Yeah, I know, TJ. He's going to start making out with that thing in a second here.
Don't mind TJ.
Claw the shit out of me.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yo!
Little tight.
Everybody asked me where the antelope's at all the time. I figured it was time he made an appearance.
You need to make more appearances, like just random appearances. Like, where's is it elk or deer?
It's a pronghorn antelope.
Oh, antelope.
Irene, what are your final thoughts tonight?
Hey, you didn't let me finish.
Oh, I got
a few million ways to Sunday here. You start making out with an antelope, and ladies and gentlemen, always support live music, support independent music. Go to a fucking show, enjoy your life. Chronic Chris appearance is brought to you by the letter M for marijuana, which probably supports Chronic Chris.
Irene, what are your final thoughts tonight?
My final thoughts are: I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to have this opportunity. I'm sorry for not being available and kind of being like, woohoo! I was going through a mental thing. But I think I'm better now. I just got to get cleared by the doctor 100%, and then I'll be out of there. And I'm thinking about volunteering there after I get out. So
that's great.
I'm very sad for Rage and for Heather, obviously. And I love seeing Julie, and I love seeing baby Marcy. And I love Chris, and I love TJ, and I love Adam. I love everyone. Can I love everyone? Am I allowed to love everyone?
I'm just happy Irene's back to. I'm happy Irene's back to normal.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, final thoughts tonight.
I'm glad to not be restrained by a certain workplace that I was with, about a week ago now? That I'm no longer, like censored on social media or whatever. You don't have to worry about being tied down by that.
Fuck
to
censorship.
To piggyback off of Chris's final thought, really just support anything local, but definitely music, art, all of it, because these corporations really don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's good to see Irene again. Thanks for coming on. Chris, thanks for not being as late as usual.
Call the baby ugly, okay?
You're welcome.
Turn it off.
I'm trying to work on punctuality, but
Have you conquered punctuation first?
I
Not
have
yet.
punctuation,
Oh,
just
okay.
not while I'm texting.
Oh, true. Me neither.
I use talk to text, and I don't emphasize tone or punctuation, which really
No,
sucks.
it does not. Yeah, it does not.
Well, all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. As always, you can catch the replay on Facebook or YouTube. This has been Mayhem's Amigos. I am TJ. That is Adam. Our lovely Irene is back, and the one and only Chronic Chris. Thank you again.
What's your favorite? What was your final thought? I didn't hear him.
Oh,
Did
my
you?
final thoughts is doing the outro. Good for the analyst to make an
okay.
appearance. How about that?
You made an appearance.
We will see all of you Thursday night for Amigos After Dark. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.